start talking about investing in Alberta as a 51st state.
So to wake up under the U.S. Constitution, that'd be a big breath of fresh air.
But when it comes down to the basic framework of how you would separate and become part of the U.S., it's actually very simple. So there you go.
Are these Amish?
No, those are girls. They're exercising the horses. Yeah.
Well, if that ain't some cowboy shit.
Yeah, it's cowboy country.
God,
You're in
Paul.
cowboy country, so.
Well, I am in love with this place, and I would, if there's anybody out there that can help make this happen, please do so.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see a U.S. flag, stars and stripes on a house in Canada, but there you go. I hope that Paul and his friends have success, because this place is wonderful.
Hey everybody, PJ here. It'll come as no surprise to many of you that there's a significant percentage of Albertans in the independence movement that very much like the idea of becoming a part of the United States. There's talk of joining as a territory, an independent protectorate, or full-on statehood, you name it. As many of you will know, this is something I've talked about on this channel before, as I am personally of the belief that Alberta would be better off as a part of the United States than staying in Canada for multiple reasons. In today's report, we'll be taking a look at a recent video from American YouTuber Nick Johnson, where he came to Alberta and spoke with people who support the idea of this Western province joining the United States. I'll leave a link to the full video in the description. Let's watch.
And people want to complicate it, and I wonder sometimes if they want to complicate it because they've infiltrated the independence movement to make sure it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Declaration of Independence, there was a clause in the Declaration of Independence that said any Canadian colony or part of it will be allowed to become part of the Union without having to go to Congress. You're in like Flynn. Okay, I think that's, I'm probably going to mess
like
it up.
Article 11 or something?
11, yeah, I believe it's 11. So as long as we would have a referendum of 50+1, that meets international law. It also meets Congress, recognizes 50+1 as a majority. And we would make application to the U.S., that would be it.
This has already been planned out. I mean, there's already a clause for this in case it ever came up.
That's right.
You'll notice a pattern every time Alberta independence gets serious. There's always a crowd ready to roll their eyes and say, it'll never happen. These are the same folks who seem more interested in slowing the movement than understanding it. But here's the thing they ignore. The legal groundwork for Alberta joining the United States already exists. Go back to the Articles of Confederation. Yes, America's original framework. And look at Article 11. It explicitly opens up the door for parts of Canada, or all of Canada, to join the Union without jumping through the usual congressional hoops. The American Founding Fathers wanted Canada, or at least parts of it, in the American fold. They even drafted a path to make it happen. Fast forward to today, Donald Trump brings this idea back into the spotlight, reminding everyone that the American experiment was never meant to stop at 50 states. Growth was part of the vision, and Alberta, it fits the mold.
Well, I think it's, I think that everybody's looking for an option. And, with Trump there saying to be the 51st state, I think it opened up the conversation a lot more. And, is it a great idea? It's probably not the worst I've heard. I think there's a lot of opportunities, especially if you turn around and make the American dollar the same as the Canadian dollar, as far as Alberta and Saskatchewan go. I think that would entice a lot of people, and we could keep a lot of our traditions here and maybe adapt a few from the United States. And even if we weren't part of the United States, we could be an independent part. And, as far as we'd be a powerhouse if we were partners with the United States with all the oil and all the stuff we have in the ground here. Like, we have so much stuff here. We'd be a powerhouse, and especially we would get access to the north and the access to the south. I don't think there'd be anybody stop us.
A growing number of Albertans are waking up to a very clear reality, that they'd be better off economically under U.S. capitalism than the centralized, bloated, socialist nightmare that Canada's pushing today. And this is before any formal offer from Washington. Now imagine this. The Trump administration offers a 1-to-1 exchange. Every Albertan's Canadian dollar instantly becomes an American dollar. That's a 40% boost in personal wealth, overnight. In return, America gains what amounts to a second Texas, energy-rich, resource-heavy, fiercely independent. The U.S. would strengthen itself dramatically. On the global stage, countries like China would never even have a chance to come close. And Albertans, they keep their identity, their traditions, just under a constitution that actually protects those freedoms. Because in the U.S., every state governs like a country of its own. In Canada, it's Ottawa's way or no way. Hey everybody, very quickly. If you're new to this channel, please do me a solid and hit the like and subscribe buttons. It helps me a lot to continue making videos and bringing you the updates you care about. If you've been to this channel before, welcome back. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.
So to wake up under the U.S. Constitution, that'd be a big breath of fresh air.
How would you feel you wake up one morning and you're an American citizen?
Real happy. Yeah. Yeah. Just
You're like tearing up right now. You really want this really bad.
yeah.
Is it more about becoming part of the U.S. or just getting the hell out of Canada?
It's about freedom, you know.
So there you go.
Are these Amish?
No, those are girls. They're exercising the horses. Yeah.
Well, if that ain't some cowboy shit.
Yeah, it's cowboy country.
God,
You're in
Paul.
cowboy country, so
Did you arrange for the goats?
No,
and
I didn't.
And the cattle
I
movers
didn't have
and
to.
all
That's par for the course.
It's almost like
I was trying to show you some bison, but they don't have the ranch. I think is up north of here. But anyway, it's
Well, I am in love with this place, and I would. If there's anybody out there that can help make this happen, please do so.
Yes. Come on in.
This would be a wonderful addition.
Let's invest in AB 51. Let's get it going. That's what we need.
Yeah. What? So what do we need to do? So
we need America to come in and invite the Albertans in. Start talking about investing in Alberta as a 51st state, and that's really come and visit. It is gorgeous. It really is. It's like no other place in Canada in my mind.
All right, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Special thanks to those of you who have donated to this project. It is much appreciated, and it helps me continue making videos. See you on the next one. Peace.